Hello, everyone. It's Pamela here. Hi. How are you all today? It's pretty much been a great afternoon and generally a good day here in the Bahamas. How about you? What type of day were you having? I'm so happy that you all have decided to jump in this afternoon. I'm here to talk with you about my favorite subject, aromatherapy. Yes, aromatherapy. I hope the connection is good this afternoon and that something that is said or done can benefit you and your health and happiness on your journey to all in all general good health and wellness. Welcome, 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 welcome. For those of you I've never met, I'm Pamela. I'm located here in the Bahamas, and today I want to talk to you about aromatherapy in general, what it is. I want to talk to you about the methods of applying aromatherapy into your life. I want to also talk to you about the possibility of doing an aromatherapy class or course for yourself, just to test it out to see if this is a journey that you want to go on. I have a free offer for you. And for those of you who are even more serious and want to do a certification, I've got an offer for you there as well. So for the moment, I just want you to know that aromatherapy is an alternative way of healing or treating yourself um, to achieve, I mean, optimal health, wellness, and relaxation in your personal life. You can do this in several ways. You can treat yourself at home once you know how, and or with the advice of a practitioner, or you can go and hire someone like me, a practicing aromatherapist or aromatherapy consultant. I started out following a couple people, and they have been my mentors, oh my goodness, I get the best information and the best guidance from these persons because they've been in the industry long before me. I speak of none other than Robert Tisserand. He's one of the persons who started out years ago. He has several books on the subject. He's also a well-known speaker on the subject. He's an author, and he has several businesses. He no longer runs his production side of it, but he does mainly speaking engagements and writing now. He coined the term aromatherapy and brought it to America. You know, it started in France with the scientist Gossofi. I can't remember his first name right now, but he was the one who was in his lab. He was a scientist working in his lab, and he burnt himself. And the first thing he did was he stuck his hand in some lavender and discovered by accident the healing properties of lavender. It eliminated the scarring and it soothed the burn right away. So that was one of his discoveries back in the day. But Robert Tisserand is my go-to person. I love watching his videos, and anywhere he's speaking, once I'm aware, I'm tuning in. He also has this brand. It's called the Tisserand brand of essential oils. Tisserand Aromatherapy. They're located in, oh, can I stop shaking? They're located in the UK, but I import this product to the Bahamas on a regular basis. I also have it on my website. So you can find it on my website, onaturalaromatherapy.com. Feel free to leave me a question or comment in the chat section. I can see those from time to time. I'll pull them out and bring them over, bring your questions over onto the screen. so that I'll be able to answer all your questions for you. So that being said, I started to tell you about the persons that I admire so much in this field. There's Robert Tisserand, there's Andrea Boutouche. She was another person that I started to follow years ago. She used to teach classes in Florida in aromatherapy. And now she has a massive following and an online school called Aromahead. Oh my goodness, for the best information on aromatherapy, any updates, new recipes, she's my go-to person. Another person that's out here on YouTube that I follow on a regular basis is Dr. Axe. Any problem, any concern I have, I'm sure he's done a video or he's written a blog about it. Those are three persons I really, really appreciate them sharing all their knowledge about aromatherapy. So I'll be watching the chat. So if you have a question, I see I have one visitor. Say hi, let me know who you are. You know, pop in, send me a question. Say hello. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for you to participate. And oh, my friends over at Work and Focus, if you're watching, just let me know you're there. I'll send you the link to come on in, join me and Cam, and we can have a lively, lively aromatherapy discussion this afternoon. Alrighty? So the other thing I want to talk about is aromatherapy courses. I mentioned Aromahead. Aromahead is an online institute now, and they offer free courses as well as paid courses on the subject of aromatherapy. You could learn to make soaps, you can learn to make at-home beauty care products, bath salts and bath sugars, facial scrubs. There's a number of courses at Aromahead that Andrea has made available to the general public. She's written 2 books in the last year. One is called Essential Living, and another ebook she's done recently. That one I don't remember the name of it, but yes, Andrea Boutouche, popular aromatherapy courses, and the support system there is awesome. I don't think I have seen any other course as detailed as hers in recent times. I would recommend her highly for aromatherapy studies. One of the courses that I'm doing with her right now, it requires that I do a clinical intake and a case study, actually 20 case studies in this course, right? And the thing about it is, do you know when you have an assignment and that is looking you in the face and you have to you procrastinate? Well, that's where I'm at right now. I'm procrastinating and I need to beat that and get over with it and do these 20 case studies because it's the thing that would determine whether or not I pass or fail this exam. And I don't know if any of you ever have this concern or have been in this place where you know you get to do this and you just keep procrastinating. I know my friend Eileen could relate, but we had this project, she and I, it was a challenge to finish our ebooks. I finished it and then I got to a point where I just didn't want to release it just yet because I wanted it to be perfect. I'm one of those who strive for perfection and hold off on releasing it because of perfection. So I didn't do a few things, and because of that, I didn't release it. But I'm going to get over that this weekend, and I'm going to release that book. So you, my viewers, will have in your hand little bits of nuggets of what I've learned over the past 5 years in aromatherapy. It will be the ebook tells you all about the plants that I've studied, the benefits of using the essential oils and how to use them. And that's what I want you to know. I want you to use them safely, safe use of these essential oils. And the reason I say that is because these oils are very, very potent. Yes, they're very potent. And if used incorrectly, they can do damage, right? Um, the pure essential oil should never be put on directly on your skin. You know, this is our largest organ right here, the skin. If the oil touches the skin directly without being blended in a base oil, which I would call a jojoba oil or an olive oil or coconut oil, or maybe you've heard of grapeseed oil or even apricot oil. There's so many different base oils, but if you don't use them correctly, blending them, um, if I give you a blend, it'll be giving you a recipe blend. Like I would use 2 drops of peppermint to maybe a spoonful of or capful of olive oil or coconut oil before I put it in a blend, but you don't never use it straight. So I say that to say this. I've seen persons who didn't listen, who did not take the instructions given to them. Yes. And the results frightened them. I remember a particular friend who had what seemed to be a small rash. And she said, what can I use on this to treat it? Right? So I suggested tea tree with another blend. And she didn't listen to me. So she took the tea tree, pure tea tree, and put it on the spot. I don't think the day had ended yet. It wasn't the next day. It was that very same day, late in the evening, she called out to me and she said, what do you do if your skin turns out? So I said, what do you mean if your skin turns out? And she said, I used the oil, but I put it directly on the spot. And I said, well, did you put the base oil with it? And of course the answer was no. So I said, what do you think would happen? She said, my hair is swelling up and it's turning out right now. What do I do? What do I do? I said, do what I told you to do in the first instance, and everything will be okay. And sure enough, within a day or so, everything was back to normal. Her hair, there was a spot on the hair, and it went away after treating it correctly. But that's why you have to follow the instructions of the aromatherapy practitioner, or you're going to find that you'll be doing more harm than good. All right. So, my dear viewer, I'm going to ask you, would you please share this out to bring some of your friends into the chat? Would you mind, my dear? Please. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is we talked about courses, we talked about the case studies that I'm doing, we talked about what aromatherapy is. Okay, let me just take it a step further and tell you ways and means that you could apply essential oils or bring essential oils into your life, or where you can apply it into your body. Of course, everybody knows you can breathe them in. Aromatherapy, breathing them in. Yes, we do that. So here in my home, I have several devices or instruments that I use. I have ceramic diffusers, I have electronic diffusers, and I have stone diffusers. When you say stone, you're wondering what I'm talking about, right? Well, I'll show you it's a porous stone, but this one is just something I picked up out of the foods, out of the a store. This had a word believe engraved on it. I love stuff like this to put on my desk and just have them around the house. You can drop the essential oil onto a stone like this, and anytime you pass by it, you'd smell the aroma of that oil because it stays in on the rock. And then I also have that's in the other room, a glass bowl with some more stones in them. And this was actually a gift from Andrea. Um, I won a contest or something with her some years ago, and she sent me these stones, and the stones are to be just put into the room to use as a diffuser. You just drop the oils on the stone, and it stays there, just scents the room. I'll have to show you that at another time. And the other thing is these ceramic diffusers. I have ceramic. I also have, they come in different shapes and sizes. Depending on the size of the room that you're using them in, you want to buy the size accordingly. These, some are handmade, and I like elephants, so I have those around the house. We also have those in flowers, the shapes of flowers, and other forms as well. But they're all handmade, and you can find them on the website, Oh Natural Aromatherapy, in our store. So I'll put that there for you too, so you can find it if you'd like to go there and look. And also, they come in electric. We have them in electric, and I have several different types in electric. Now, I gotta tell you, I had some good experiences and some bad experiences. I hate to mention any particular country, but I got some diffusers that were not um, living up to what they were supposed to. So I had to put that company down. But I've made a specific selection of electric diffusers that I've tested, and they've proven to be very, very good. So I've put that selection out there on my website as well. So you'll be able to find those that I highly recommend. If they're the ones that I did find faulty in the line of electric diffusers, I've disassociated myself with those. Hey, Miss Eileen, welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, I was just talking about diffusers, the three types that I use. They are the ceramic. Let me show you that one again. I think you, Eileen, may have seen this before, my little elephant. Then there's the stones. I have lots of little stones in the jar. You just put you just put the oil into the little jar or the little bowl and sprinkle it with the essential oil, and it just permeates throughout the room. So it scents up the whole room, right? And then there are the reed diffusers. I can't believe I don't have a reed diffuser. But reed diffusers, you'll see those little sticks. They just put them into a little jar or a little bottle. And then you'd see a little bottle. There's some oil in the bottom. And then the sticks are just sitting in that oil, and it just permeates throughout the room, the scent. So those are called reed diffusers. Those work really, really, really nice. Now, in recent times, I've just discovered aromatherapy jewelry. I've never used them. I've admired pieces, but I didn't really know what they were. And after talking to a few people and asking questions, I found out that there's actually a line of aromatherapy jewelry. So some of them have like a little locket on the chain, and you put, there's a little pad or a little, yeah, like a little pad. You damp the oil on it, the essential oil, be it if you want to, it depends on what you're trying to achieve. Now, if you studying and you want to be alert through your exams and whatnot, you grab your rosemary, you put a few dabs on that, and it keeps you focused, mentally focused, and you wear it on you all day, and that will help you with your mood, your energy level, and you'll stay focused through whatever you're doing, whether it's a long board meeting or an exam, you're studying and you want to be alert. Rosemary is it. I had such a wonderful experience at a health fair I went to, and I took the rosemary essential oil and I put it in a diffuser. And on that day, it was, I think we were using ceramic diffusers, but we had more than one because it was a pretty big room and we knew we'd have traffic in and out all day. But I got great positioning that day at the health fair. They stationed me right in front of the entrance. So as persons came into the room, the first thing they smelled was the rosemary, and people were like, oh, what's that scent? Where's that coming from? And I mean, the hit that day because everybody who came in stopped by, they asked the questions, one or two purchased, and then they went on their merry way. And then on the way out, they had to pass by me again. So we had conversation. And then we also demonstrated, we did massage demonstrations. I had a masseuse with me. So she did a couple chair massages, and it was a wonderful time. But the people were really attracted to the rosemary and the scent of rosemary. If you ever cook with rosemary, then you'd know what I'm talking about. It can be overpowering if not used correctly. So you got to know how many drops to add to your diffuser. So you don't want to make it too strong. And the other thing I was talking about was the other oils, or the jewelry, sorry. There are bracelets, little bracelets. And I got to get me a couple because, like I said, I've just become aware of this aromatherapy jewelry line now. So watch my website. Trust me, in the next couple days, you're going to see it there. They have aromatherapy bracelets. They're made of beads. They're little beads. And the beads are also either somehow soaked or dipped into an oil, and you wear it throughout your day, right? And I've seen different colors. They're beautiful. They come in different colors, and it looks like they're different types of stones as well. So as soon as I get my hand on some, my dear, I'm going to be putting them up on my website, authenticalromatherapy.com/store. All you have to do is search, search, search. But I'm going to put a link. I put the link to the website there now, but the jewelry should be there. Give me a day or so, and I'd have the jewelry there. The other oil that I love to talk about is, of course, lavender. Okay, ooh, my focus. Focus, 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 focus. Lavender. Lavender, of course, is my go-to oil for insomnia. When you cannot sleep, I love my lavender. I had a challenge last week where my eating habits was off. I had a little stress, little blood pressure thing going on there. So I said, okay, I know what's going on. I'm not exercising like I should. And of course, I've not been eating on time. Been eating as I please, what I please, when I please. But this old body said, hey, you're not 20 anymore. You can't eat like that. So I had to rein it in. And what I did was I started walking. I added my aromatherapy and meditation at night. Um, I also increased my water intake. So I started drinking more water during the day. And I didn't bring my bottle over here. So those all helped. But the thing that I found most comforting and most soothing was the lavender essential oil at bedtime. I would put it in a electric diffuser by my bedside, and of course it's not straight, it's always with water. So I would put in the reservoir about 2 spoonfuls of water and 2 to 3 drops of this lavender essential oil by my bedside, and it just seemed to change the mood, relax yourself, your body, and the when you lay down, sometimes your thoughts are just going, 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 going. Your mind just what happened through the day, and you're going over everything that happened. Well, eventually that noise just goes away when you have lavender in the room. And even if the TV is on, it just so soothing, right? Last evening, what I did before coming home, I went on my walk. Oh, pardon me, we got the neighborhood ice cream truck going by. hmm I don't know why they choose this time, but anyways. Oh, anyways, okay, they're gone for now. So I went by the beach after my walk, and I just sat there and listened to the sound of the ocean. Then I came home, got ready for bed, and did my lavender therapy, my aromatherapy with my lavender. And need I say more? The next thing I know, it was 7 a.m. and time to rise and shine. So, Eileen, if you were calling me at 6 this morning, sorry, it didn't happen because I had such a nice night last night. I mean, I slept like a baby. I was like sleeping on a cloud. It was such a relaxing time. So, rosemary, if you want to be alert and awake and focus, lavender for sleep, and of course, I love my peppermint and eucalyptus for pain. Anytime I get a headache or migraine, which is rare, but I know if a migraine's coming on, peppermint and eucalyptus in a diffuser works wonders. I tell you, you gotta try it if it ever happens. And for cleaning, lemon. And I know you're wondering, why does lady have all these different brands of essential oils? Did I tell you about the persons that I follow and I admire? There's Robert Tisserand, there's Andrea Buttigieg, and Dr. Axe. And each one of those is represented in my choice for essential oil. Robert Tisserand has the Tisserand brand of oils, which I love. And I'm happy to say that he chose me as a distributor for his brand of oils here in the Bahamas. So I love that Tisserand brand. Then there's Andrea, and Andrea, she travels the world, and Andrea goes to these distilleries all over the world. She goes to France, she goes to um, Australia, she goes all over the world from time to time, and she would recommend certain brands, or if she saw the batch being made, she would say, okay, I recommend this because I saw the method that they used to distill this oil. And this particular lavender is from India. And the company that this came from is Aromatics International. And they worked very closely with Andrea. So there, I tried their oils as well, and the quality is just wonderful. The other brand is Torte Rouge. And this Torte Rouge brand is another friend of mine that I met in, well, where did I meet her? I think I met her at the airport one time ago and just found out that she was the owner of a farm in France that produces essential oils. And of course, I wanted to try them out. So I did. And I'm so, so sad to say that that farm closed down due to some difficulties they had over in France. So the lady that I met, it was a family-owned business, and she eventually sold the farm and no longer produces the essential oils. So I still kept the bottles, which you can tell are now empty, but I still kept the bottles. But those were some of just sampling of what I have and I've used over the years. The patches I didn't bring out on the table, but I also have aromatherapy patches that you wear on the body from Natural Patches of Vermont. They're also available on the website in the store. And you can find those for anything from muscle ache to joint pains to breathe easy. They have this thing called Breathe Easy. It's a patch consisting of, yes, my favorite, peppermint and eucalyptus. And they also have this one made with geranium and rose for those of you who are maybe going through that change and the body's trying to adjust. It's good for menopause and for persons, females going through little something's up. You know what I mean? Ladies. So geranium and rose essential oil are really good for us ladies. The other thing is, I want to tell you about rose essential oil. It has such a beautiful scent. It, if you went outside and you picked a rose, here comes my ice cream truck again going by. Kids in the neighborhood love him, but I can't deal with it. So rose essential oil is beautiful. It smells in the bottle the same as if you went out to a tree and you broke it and sniffed it. It is the pure rose extract. And I kid you not, it is one of the most beautiful things. If a guy were to give me a bottle of that instead of a dozen roses at Valentine's, I'd appreciate that more than the dozen roses. Guess why? The dozen roses is gonna die in a week or a week and a half. But that bottle of the rose essential oil is gonna last forever because I'm gonna use it just like this, a little dip at a time. Maybe just a drip in the base oil to apply it as whether perfume or what have you. But rose essential oil, need I say, it's a, I don't want to call it, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very romantic. It's one of those oils that you use for romance. You know what I mean? It smells wonderful, but it's very, very, need I say very one more time? Very expensive. Yes, it's one of the most expensive oils there is, rose essential oil. Well, I think that's about all I covered. Any questions? Any questions from my viewers? I see Eileen's in the house. Hey. And I got my my anonymous viewer. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for stopping in. Appreciate you. Um, wish I knew your name. I could have given you a shout out. You guys check out Miss Eileen with basic blog tips and Miss Eileen Speaks. She's got all the tech tips and blogging tips over there on her YouTube channel. And then I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Fraser Ramsey, all the way in Scotland. Hey, Fraser. You guys, you make my day. And Pat, Patricia, a beauty bubble, my mentors. Hey guys, how y'all doing? I can't forget Bo and Robert Lewis. And well, I haven't seen my friend William in a while, but I know he's around. I don't want to call him a lurker, but hey, William. Oh, you're welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all. Any questions before I shove off for the afternoon? I got a tech show to do at 7. No questions for me? Well, with that, I want to say thank you all for tuning in. I do appreciate you taking the time from your busy schedules to stop on in. This has been a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. I've learned a lot myself today. I've been somewhat studying other people's videos, and I learned quite a bit. There is a what's the name of that? It was a YouTube video I watched today that taught me some tips and tricks about using YouTube. I'll be sharing more of that in my later my tech talk video, which will be about all about tech later this evening, sometime between 7 and 9. I don't want to put myself to say 7 o'clock, and I don't want to say 8 o'clock either. But this video, I felt I needed to do today because I'd not been paying too much attention to my aromatherapy, and I wanted to touch bases. Hey, Work and Focus, what's happening? My Work and Focus peeps. You know, you guys are always there, all the time, any hour. We have those persons in the specific time, persons in Scotland. I wonder what's the time zone called, Miss Eileen, where Fraser is. But we all get together and we make things happen. I could say that another way, but let's leave it at that. We make things happen. Anyway, guys, I'm going to say bye for now. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate each and every one of you. In my next video, I'm going to talk to you more about these cards and specific oils. These are my aromatherapy cards, and I can give you details about each oil that I chose, and specifics such as where you can get it, like which country's most famous or popular for it, like this cloves. It comes to us from Indonesia or the Philippines or Madagascar. And I would tell you the general uses and also show you the photograph. And this is particularly of clove. And one time ago, I used to think of clove was the only time I see clove or use clove is at Christmas with the ham. You know, you put some clove in the ham. But now I know all sorts of things about cloves. Clove is good for pain. And it's what the dentists use in the Novocaine. It's made of clove. Did you know that? Yeah, clove. So if you can't get to your dentist and you're having a toothache and you can't get the Oragel or whatever they call, you can't get to the pharmacy, check the kitchen cabinet. If you got clove, just put a piece of clove in the mouth, hold it over the area where the pain is until you can get to the dentist. And trust me, a friend of mine did it and it worked for him. Once he told me about the story, man, you know, I gotta write that on one of my case studies. Oh my goodness. Oh, and if any of you want to be one of my case studies, um, using any one of these oils that you may have in your cabinet, let me know, because I need to write 20 case studies to turn in for this class that I'm doing with Andrea. Okay, so hit me up either on Twitter or leave me a comment below the video if you'd like to be one of my case studies for this class that I'm doing, I'd need to know some particulars, and I'd have to send you over a document to sign off on, to say a release form that I could use your information. Okay? I just need you to sign a release to say that I can use your information about how you use this particular essential oil, and whether it was for insomnia, you burnt it by your bedside, or you ended up wearing some jewelry for about a week or so, and then let me know how you felt. I'm looking for some uh, study, some, what do you call these persons now? What's the word I'm looking for? Hit me up, Eileen. I'm stuck. What's that word? Oh, not a client, but a person to study, to see how they work, how they use this essential oil, and what have you. Anyway, folks, I'm Pam Gomez with Au Natural Aromatherapy. You can find me on Facebook at Au Natural Aromatherapy. On Twitter, I'm Au Natural Aroma. And also, I'm on Patreon. So if you'd like to be a part of my Patreon followers, I'm looking for some, regular supporters to help me grow this live streaming and aromatherapy business. So come and visit me over on patreon.com/Au Natural Aroma. Let me put that over there in the chat for you. Sometimes I forget how I whether I use aromatherapy or aroma, but it's actually aroma. Patreon.com, Au Natural Aroma. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say thank you so much for your support. Thank you for spending your afternoon with me, and I wish you all a beautiful evening. Bye for now. Pam Gomez signing out. Peace.